Welcome back to the Backyard Professor videos, response videos. So, I've just recently run across a clip with George Knapp that I thought was extremely interesting. He's talking with Chris Cuomo, and there are three things that George Knapp wants to know about the UFOs. Let's find out what those three things are, because I think they are entirely relevant to everything we're trying to accomplish, as only George Knapp could present. The man is a legend.
What would be the three things that you would want answers to?
I'd like to know ultimately where they're from and what their intentions are regarding us. Are they interested in us? Where they're from? Are they interested in us or the planet more than us? Number two is, why the secrecy? I mean, I could see it in 1947. We just come out of World War II. The world's a mess. Do you need to share that with the public and tell them there's another intelligence more advanced than us? Well, why the secrecy now? Number three, if the technology is being tested in secret in some hangar somewhere, what do we need to get it done? Can we ever master it? And are the national security implications legit? Because there is a race for this technology. Us, the Russians, the Chinese, maybe the Israelis. How do we ever separate the UFO technology from national security concerns that would allow some president to step up to a microphone and say, we've been lying to you, here's the truth?
What can you add to that, Jay?
I just would have one question. What made you look beyond your orders and not follow your oath? Like, what made you do this? Keep this from the American public. What is so scary to you that you are holding this back from the American public and hurting people's lives? That's what I really want to know. It's more of a human question about the secrecy of UFOs. I'm done with it. The American public's done with it. And I hope we crack this egg as soon as possible.
What do you think the watershed moment will be, George? What do you think has to happen that hasn't yet?
There's got to be a whistleblower who comes forward with a piece of something or some video evidence, something irrefutable, or it has to be them, whoever they are, wherever they're from. I mean, they're the real architects of the secrecy. Wherever they're from, they've been here a long time. They could make themselves known in some irrefutable kind of a demonstration. They haven't done it. We get little glimpses, little bits and pieces, a look here, a look there, but they started the secrecy, and our government is happy to exploit.
Interesting ideas. The one disagreement I have with George is now I believe he's right. I think the ETs themselves began the secrecy. And he says, why haven't they come forward, etc.? They have, but not to the government on national television. But they are constantly visiting people, absolutely all the time, all around the world. And the problem is, we want to call everybody who writes books about this interesting situation, we want to call them grifters and not believe what they're writing. The day after Roswell, Corso, that is a critical piece of evidence there. There have been tens of thousands of visitations to individuals. They are showing themselves, just not on national public television. But why should they? I mean, let's keep it real. I said the other day that I actually ran into a hybrid who told me about her situation, a hybrid alien at Contact in the Desert. Do you have any idea how many subscribers I've lost since I made that video just a week ago? People start accusing me of going off the deep end. Oh, dude, you've lost it. You've killed your credibility. And all I did is report my experience. And that was enough to cause people to fly to pieces like glass. Oh, sure, he's a dumbass. Now, he's a dingling. Oh my God, let's get away from him. And they unsubscribe from my channel by the hundreds. I think it's astonishing how unprepared we are for the reality. And if that is the case, and these are people who have been listening to my channel for months and months and months, they know what I'm about. They have been watching the other channels, Jess Michaels. They have been watching all kinds of UFO channels, The Angry Astronaut, Patrick from Vetted. They've been watching Ross Coldheart and Jake Barber. They've been watching George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell. They've been watching Steve Greer, etc. The minute one of us explains or tells about an actual experience that brings it home to a substantial reality, we are accused of being the dinglings. We are accused of making shit up. We are the ones who end up being the bad guys. And yet they turn around and say, well, you have no proof. I think that's fascinating. This is why the ETs are never going to land on the White House lawn in front of national television and talk to us, because unfortunately we would try to kill them. We're not ready for it. I know, and people hate it when I tell them this truth, but it's not the ET's fault. They know us better than we know us. They can read our minds. They understand where we are psychologically, and we are not ready for the truth of disclosure. That's why they're going the route they're going and talking to the humble people, not the military. Look, NASA told Chris Bledsoe directly when they were watching orbs at the Rocket Launch Center in Florida. The government guy told Chris Bledsoe, he said, yeah, they ignore us. They don't talk to us. They don't care about us. They want to talk to you. Now, why do you suppose that is? Who is it that tries to shoot down their craft? Who is it that tries to keep them under lock and key? Who is it that attacks the ETs? The common people? The John Q. public? No, the government and the military. Who is it that immediately begins accusing me of going off the deep end? You've lost it. You're a lunatic, etc. All I did was just simply share an experience I had with someone who said they were a hybrid. And that was enough to light off several hundreds of people who are regular watchers of UFO YouTube channels. So, George, in a way, I understand your frustration. I get it. But my suspicion is that George doesn't quite see the magnitude. I mean, they appear to entire schoolyard full of children and talk to the children instead of to the military who will attack them. Now, sincerely, do we have to ask why they don't want to expose themselves to us? Because we're warmongers. Our military is thinking militaristically. It's no wonder the truth is kept from them, right? This is such an astonishingly complex, really interesting issue. The further I get involved in it, the more amazed I am at how complex it is and how fragile hundreds and hundreds and thousands and possibly tens tens of thousands of people are who are actually watching the YouTube videos of those of us who are trying to explore this issue. You're not ready yet either. Now, I'm here to tell you something, and I am to this point to where I get it in some respects. If I actually do catch a clear video of a UFO, I'm not entirely convinced I'm going to show it, because I know what your reactions will be. I absolutely know what a lot of the reactions will be. I guarantee it. I would bet my life on it. If I ever get some really good photographs of UFOs, do you really think I'm going to share that to a bunch of people who have never had that experience and yet who tell me I'm the lunatic, I made it CGI, etc., when I don't even know how to do CGI? I don't even have the software, and yet they'll accuse me of being the liar because it didn't happen to them, therefore it's not real. You see, it's astonishing how we think it's only our personal experience that defines all of objective reality for the rest of the world. And if someone else has an experience that we don't, they're a liar. They're a cheat. They're a grifter. They're the bad guy. They're a lunatic, man. Shirts has gone off the deep end. Don't watch him anymore. Ignore him. He's a nut job. Let's go back to the people who don't know, to where we can be comfortable. And I guarantee you there's going to be some people who continue unsubscribing from my channel because of what I just said right now. That's how unready we are for this. It's no surprise to me at all that the ETs are not showing up to you or to me. Not because we're doubters, but because we're not ready yet. Whenever I talk about, say, the spiritual aspects or the psionics of it, or if I go into something a little bit more in-depth other than just the gossiping news stuff, you know, Steve Greer ends up being gay and stupid, unimportant shit like that. If I share the gossip, I just get floods of views. But if I actually share what's real, and it is uncomfortable because we want more and yet we're terrified of more, people shy away. They begin to make hundreds of false accusations against you. They begin to say, you're the one who's keeping the truth from us, and I'm the one telling the truth. This is crazy. You know, what do? You just keep plugging away, you know. But I have seen in the last 3 or 4 days some decent video coverage of UFOs. But I have also had the Tedesco brothers on my channel, where they have shown that because of the nature of the way the UFO craft manipulate the space around the craft, we may never get sharp, crisp, clear videos. They are distorting space-time around their craft, and that's what makes it fuzzy. And yet people come up with this old canard of an argument. Well, if it's not a clear video, it can't possibly be real. Where in the hell did that stupid thinking come from? A fuzzy video of Mount Rushmore is not proof that the Mount Rushmore is fake. Where does this logic come from? Can someone tell me, please? If it's a fuzzy video, that's not valid. Says who? A fuzzy video of Ronald Reagan not too fuzzy so that you can't recognize him, but so that you can recognize him, but maybe you don't see all the freckles on his face or the color of his eyes or whatever, but there's no question it's Ronald Reagan, does not prove that Ronald Reagan didn't exist or that that photograph is fake. It means it's fuzzy, but there is a substantial reality behind that fuzziness. It's the same thing with the videos. Well, it's got to be a clear video or I'm not going to believe. Bullshit. How many videos of UFOs have I seen? And there are 90% of the comments in the comment sections of someone else's video of a UFO that say anything except what it is. Oh, it's a balloon. Oh, it's a Chinese weather vane. It's a kid's lollipop that he threw up there and someone videoed it. That can't possibly be a UFO. It's too clear. So you damn it if it's fuzzy, and you damn it if it's clear, and you damn us for expressing our experiences, and you damn everything about it no matter what. And you think we're obligated to prove anything to you? Come on, tell me you're kidding me, right? I'm becoming more skeptical of ever sharing anything because I'm seeing the reactions of a very unprepared and potentially terrified people who scream at the top of their voice, we want disclosure. But the minute you show them a reality, they run for the hills and they scream at you for being the lunatic. Welcome to the world of the bizarre. What do we do? What do we do? Now, I've seen a lot of plenty real bad videos. I got to confess. And I'm going to say this as clear as I can because I want what's real too. But I'm willing to say seriously, over 70% of all the videos I see, over 70% of the photographs that I see, I am personally not convinced. I'm not trying to mock anyone for sharing what they hope are UFOs. See, I'm in the same boat. I don't accept them. But even the ones that I think are valid are constantly shot down. What will convince you? If an alien comes down out of the sky and shakes your hand, you won't believe it. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm willing to put some money on that. You think you'll believe, but not if you discount absolutely everything all the time. Richard Dolan's historical materials, just like George Knapp was saying, fundamentally demonstrate the reality of the NHI, and yet people don't want to read. Oh, I'd rather call him a name, Oh, don't waste my time. Give me some real evidence. The historical evidence, folks, can count in a court of law. That is the real evidence. That's what shows us the patterns. And yet who among us is actually taking the time to read all this material? Oh, well, it's obviously fake. You can't possibly know that if you don't read it. But there's people who take that tack. Well, if it's obviously fake in the historical record, it's going to be fake in the sky. It's going to be fake in the video. It's going to be fake in the photograph. It's going to be fake no matter what the backyard professor says. It's going to be fake regardless of whether Richard Dolan or George Knapp or Stephen Greer or whoever says anything at all, Bob Lazar. It's all fake. They're all lying. And how do you know that? Well, because it hasn't happened to us. And it never will. But that's not our problem. Those of us who are investigating this and attempting to figure it out, I get it. I think it's becoming more and more clear to me day by day. The more I investigate into this and the closer I get into seeing that this is actually real, and I say so, I lose subscribers. The world doesn't come and say, whoa, look at this. He's sharing the real truth. It runs away. That is utterly fascinating to me. That is absolutely unprecedented, because what I hear people saying is exactly opposite of what they're doing when you give them the information that disclosure is all about. They run. They call you names. They label you. They eviscerate you. They try to damn you and clog you up. And that's utterly fascinating to me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop broadcasting, because I'm after what's real, just like George Knapp wants, just like Jeremy Corbell wants, just like Ross Coulthart wants, just like all of us podcasters want. And that means we're going to go do the footwork. But when we find the truth, if you're going to constantly, non-stop eviscerate us, we're happy to leave you in your ignorance. I promise. There's groups of us bandying about behind the scenes that are sharing a boatload of information together that the rest of the world, if you're not ready for it, I promise you're not going to get it. It's okay with people who know if those who don't know will continually, nonstop, try to refute and destroy the people who know. The people who know will be happy to just shut up about it and let you wallow in ignorance. That's really not a problem. It doesn't matter how loud you scream. So you have to decide if you really want to know. Then you need to start doing some work besides just negative criticism and labeling of others who are seeing greater portions of this reality and attempting to share it. When you get shot at all the time, you end up going quiet. You just need to be aware of that. That's how this works. It's no wonder the ETs have gone quiet with the vast majority of very, very skeptical Western civilization man and woman. Because we don't welcome them. And if you don't feel welcome, you're not going to come knocking on the door. When you do feel welcome and you feel like you have friends, that's where you will go. How many times do I have to continually tell you of the tens of thousands of pages of evidence that we in fact do have before you'll bother to at least try to figure it out? That's up to you. I can show you the book. I can't make you read it. And I don't care if you don't read it. It's good to me. I'm thrilled with what I'm learning. But I'm not thrilled a lot of the times about the reaction to what I'm sharing. So just so you know, the further we get toward disclosure, I have a sneaking suspicion that even the ETs doesn't care if the majority of humanity never, ever learns about them. It's not going to hurt their feelings whatsoever, because it's not an ego trip for them. It's irrelevant. What matters to them, based on what little I have been able to read, is the quality of life and the quality of this planet. They aren't going to let us destroy the planet. And I'm so grateful for that. Thank goodness, because I don't think humanity has it in us to be spiritual enough to learn how to live within the only environment we can live in. If you think you can live on the moon, bye, see ya. Get on the next rocket and go. Good luck. You're going to need it. I'm serious. Good luck. You think this Earth sucks? Go ahead. Go to Mars. Go live on Mars. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Yeah, go. Go with my blessing. Good luck. Have fun. Woohoo. See ya. I'm going to stay right here on this gorgeous planet and enjoy it and take care of it because it's the only one that's going to sustain us. Now, if we can't get that in our heads and figure it out, we will go extinct. And apparently we're too short-sighted to realize that. But the ETs aren't. That could be a good ace up their sleeve if they've got it, that they can help us prevent that problem. So anyway, that's my rant and rave, and I'm having fun doing it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like and subscribe, and I will catch up to you as I can as I find more information to share. Have a great evening.